Freeze him!
The trailer for Mortal Kombat 2 exploded online, pulling in over 100 million views in just 24 hours. That's more than double what the first movie did and way ahead of other major premieres like Deadpool 2 or Suicide Squad. The hype for this sequel is at an all-time high, and the studio isn't hiding the fact that they've got big plans. In interviews, the creators have already hinted at a third film and even potential spin-offs, so it's clear they're building toward a larger Mortal Kombat universe, but right now, the spotlight is fully on the sequel, and thanks to early screenings and new marketing drops, we're getting a clearer picture of what's coming. One of the biggest reveals is a brand new still showing Scorpion facing off against Noob Saibot. As the release gets closer, the marketing campaign is leaning heavily into this rivalry, and for good reason. It's one of the most iconic storylines in the entire franchise. At the end of the first movie, Sub-Zero was killed in battle, and his body was taken away by Shang Tsung. That moment had fans speculating right away that Bi-Han would return, not as Sub-Zero, but as Noob Saibot. Posters and teasers have been fueling those theories ever since, but now a fresh image shared by Comic Book confirms it. Noob Saibot is officially here. We already caught a quick glimpse of his fight with Scorpion in the trailer, set in the Nether Realm, but it was shown only briefly. The news still gives us a much better look at the clash, and it's shaping up to be one of the most important battles of the movie. Producer Todd Garner has even said this duel will be a major storyline and promises to be incredibly intense. Scorpion and Bi-Han's feud has been a core part of Mortal Kombat lore for decades, stretching across games, comics, and now movies. It's a tale of violence, betrayal, and vengeance. Bi-Han was responsible for slaughtering Hanzo Hasashi's family, an act that transformed him into the vengeful spirit we know as Scorpion. Ever since, their fates have been locked together, with each new confrontation adding to the legacy of their blood feud. That's why fans see this rivalry as one of the most dramatic and recognizable arcs in the entire Mortal Kombat universe. The filmmakers put a huge amount of focus on Noob Saibot's design, and Collider actually shared some fresh details about his costume. The look was crafted by costume designer Cappy Ireland, and according to director Simon McQuoid, it wasn't an easy task. They needed to capture the recognizable aesthetic from the games while still grounding it in the gritty realism of the film. The team took inspiration from Noob's classic appearance in Mortal Kombat 1 and even from the Chaos Reigns expansion, but they also pushed further with custom materials to give the character a fresh, cinematic feel. The final suit was built from matte black textured rubber with armor shaped in an organic style and coated in a dark gray pearlescent finish. The entire idea was to make him look like a living shadow, absorbing light rather than reflecting it, while still looking striking on camera. The design team even created different material variations for Noob himself and his shadow clone. That way, the two look distinct from each other, but still feel like they're born from the same source. It's also worth remembering where Noob Saibot comes from. His name is literally a play on the last names of franchise creators Ed Boon and John Tobias, spelled backwards. He first appeared back in Mortal Kombat 2 in 1993 as a secret fighter, and over time, he grew into one of the most popular and mysterious characters in the series. In the early days, his costume was basically just a dark recolor of Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but as the games evolved, Noob developed his own mythology and identity. That's exactly the evolution the filmmakers wanted to capture here. Fans have been waiting for years to finally see Noob Saibot on the big screen, and it looks like Mortal Kombat 2 is giving him a major role. His showdown with Hanzo Hasashi in the Netherrealm is shaping up to be one of the movie's most spectacular fights, and very likely the emotional core of the entire sequel. Producer Todd Garner recently gave an open look at where the franchise is headed. According to him, the team already has a concept for Part 3, plus ideas for brand new fighters who won't be showing up just yet in the second film. On top of that, they're brainstorming ways to bring back some fan-favorite characters who've already been taken off the board. Garner made it clear that if the studio gives the green light, we're not just getting a trilogy, there's potential for solo projects focused on the most popular warriors. That means Mortal Kombat actually has a much bigger and more thought-out roadmap than most people realize. And if Part 2 performs well at the box office, fans could be looking at an entire lineup of films. The groundwork is definitely there. Just to put things in perspective, the 2021 reboot only made $84 million worldwide, a number many in the industry called disappointing, especially for such an iconic franchise. But to be fair, that release was hit hard by pandemic restrictions and a same-day streaming drop, which took a big chunk out of ticket sales. Right now, things are totally different. Those record-breaking trailer views are proof the audience is locked in and hyped, and that's despite some controversial character decisions that have already sparked debates among fans. This sequel is being treated as a soft reboot, a chance to fix the first film's mistakes. Judging by the plans for future movies, the creators seem confident they've got a hit, and they're already lining up a few big story shocks. Naturally, those twists are tied to the deaths of major characters. But according to the writers, there are solid story-driven reasons behind them. The arrival of Quan Chi in Mortal Kombat 2 is a complete game changer, literally changing the rules of death itself. In the games, he's one of the main architects of the franchise's overarching storyline. This powerful necromancer can resurrect fallen warriors, and the trailer has already teased the return of at least 3 characters. Test screening reports suggest resurrection will be a major plot element in the sequel and will likely carry over into future films. Those lucky enough to see the early cut say it features a record number of deaths on both the hero and villain sides, with some moments that really hit hard. One of the most talked about rumors is Cole Young's fate. Apparently, he gets killed within the first 20 minutes. This could be the filmmakers leaning into the fact that a chunk of the fan base never warmed to him, and the footage in the first trailer does back up that theory. If true, it would free up screen time for more popular fighters who already have plenty to do. But maybe the biggest shakeup to the canon is the possibility of Liu Kang dying at the hands of Shao Kahn. In the games, Liu is the tournament's ultimate winner, later becoming a literal god. Here, the filmmakers seem to be taking a bold risk to genuinely surprise the audience. On top of that, Jax is also rumored to be among the casualties. According to leaks, the heroes will have to travel to the Netherrealm to bring back fallen fighters, and in the process, they'll run into other long-dead characters. That's also why Johnny Cage and Kano are seen battling Noob in those dark, hellish settings. Chances are the filmmakers purposely kept Quan Chi and Shang Tsung out of the trailer to avoid giving away just how big their roles are in the finale. Karl Urban recently shared some interesting insight into his take on Johnny Cage. His version isn't the flashy, overconfident movie star we're used to, at least not at first. Instead, we'll meet Cage as a washed-up Hollywood legend, a man at the tail end of his career. Fans should be ready for a side of Johnny we've never really seen in the franchise: tired, cynical, and a little broken. But as the story unfolds, he'll slowly regain his confidence, his trademark swagger, and of course, those iconic, game-accurate moves. It's a smart choice that plays to Urban's age while giving Cage a natural arc back into the cocky showman fans know and love. Shao Kahn actor Martin Ford also dropped a very intriguing tease. In his opinion, the trailer didn't even show the film's best scenes. That suggests the marketing team is deliberately holding back major moments to keep the surprises intact. And honestly, that's refreshing. Too often, studios reveal way too much in their promos just to grab attention, killing part of the mystery. If Ford's telling the truth, Mortal Kombat 2 has managed to keep its biggest twists under wraps, meaning even Scorpion's flashy fatality on Noob Saibot isn't really a spoiler. That said, fans are already buzzing about rumors that the final battle might not play out the way it does in the games. Word is, Shao Kahn's main opponent this time won't be Liu Kang at all. It'll be Johnny Cage, who takes center stage as the sequel's main hero. Supposedly, he won't unlock his arcana until that last showdown. It's an intriguing twist, but it's also a big departure from the game canon, so it's anyone's guess how well fans will take it. Still, it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off on screen. As for locations, the main stage for the story will be Outworld, where the tournament itself takes place. Still, the heroes will spend some time on Earth prepping for the final matches. At least 2 fights will unfold in the Netherrealm. Edenia also makes an appearance, either at the very start of the film or in flashbacks, likely set before Shao Kahn's invasion. And for longtime fans, there's a nice nod to the games. A glimpse of the iconic blue portal arena from Mortal Kombat 2. Series co-creator Ed Boon even mentioned in an interview that the tournament would be presented in a fresh way, possibly showing a visual scoreboard of the fights as the story plays out. That detail wasn't mentioned in test screening reports, so it's possible the idea didn't make the final cut. Overall, it's clear the Mortal Kombat team took the criticism of the first movie to heart, trying to inject new energy into the franchise. Of course, fixing old mistakes could mean creating new ones, but with the scale of this sequel and the sheer number of story threads in play, the potential here is massive. Now all that's left is to wait for the premiere and see how it all comes together on screen.